So in today's lesson, we're going to be using tree diagrams to help us find the probability of compound events. And the question is going to read, in a laboratory experiment, two mice will be placed in a simple maze with one decision point, where a mouse can turn either left or right. When the first mouse arrives at the decision point, the direction it chooses is recorded. Then the process is repeated for the second mouse. Question 1 is going to want us to draw a tree diagram where the first stage represents the decision made by the first mouse and the second stage represents the decision made by the second mouse. Then we want to determine all four possible outcomes for the two mice. So important to note what we're asked to do in question 1. First off, we're asked to draw a tree diagram to represent the first stage and the second stage. And after drawing the tree diagram, we're then asked to determine all four possible outcomes for the two mice. So let's start off and draw our tree diagram. Now for our tree diagram, we're talking about two stages. The first stage and the second stage. At the first stage, this mouse hits a point, the first mouse hits a point, and he can decide. He can either go right or he can go left. Now at the second stage, a new mouse goes, and that mouse has a decision. If the first mouse went right, the second mouse can either go right or left. Now if the first mouse went left, the second mouse can then either go right or left. That would be our tree diagram to represent the possible outcomes. Now it does want us to list the possible outcomes. And think about the possible outcomes. Well, one option we can end up with is if the first mouse goes right, the second mouse can also go right. So the mice could either can go right and right. Let's look at another option. Well, the first mouse can go right and the second mouse can go left. Another option would be the first mouse goes right, the second mouse goes left. Now, the first mouse could go left and the second mouse could go right. So another option would be the first mouse can go left and the second mouse can go right. And there's one more option, possible outcome. The first mouse can go left and the second mouse could also go left. Those would be our four possible outcomes for this experiment. Now at each point, there's a 50% chance the mouse can go right, and there's a 50% chance the mouse could go left. So what I'm going to do next is, I'm going to add 0.5 under each of these decisions. So I'm going to add 0.5 under the right, the R, and the 0.5 under the left, just to represent that the mouse can either go right or left, and there's a 50% chance for either option. Once again, it's just going to help me remind me that there's a 50% chance, a 0.5 chance, at each point the mouse can turn right or left. And this would be helpful because, for instance, if I want to find out what's the probability that the mice will both go right and right. In order to find that out, I would do 0.5, because notice, right's 0.5, times 0.5. Once again, that second right is 0.5. 0.5 times 0.5 would give me 0.25. That would be the probability that both the first and the second mouse turn right. So question 2 is going to ask us, if the probability of turning left is 0.5 and the probability of turning right is 0.5 for each mouse, what is the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left? Well, it's saying, what's the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left? Well, let's think of our options. A mouse could go right, left, or go left, right. Those would be the two options where the mouse only turns left once. One of the mouses only turn left once. Let's find the probability of this right-left occurring. Well, it's a 0.5 chance going right and a 0.5 chance going left. 0.5 times 0.5 is 0.25. That's the probability of this right-left occurring. What's the probability of the left-right occurring? Well, it's a 0.5 chance turning left, and it's a 0.5 chance turning right. 0.5 times 0.5 is 0.25. Now, if I want to find the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left, what I'm going to do is I'm going to add these two numbers together. Because there's two options where a mouse turns left. This first option, where it goes right-left, or the second option, where it goes left-right. 0.25 plus that first 0.25 would equal 0.5. So the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left is 0.5. Question 3 is going to read, if the researcher adds food in the simple maze such that the probability of each mouse turning left is now 0.7, what is the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left? Well, in this case, a couple important things to note. Once again, we're asked what is the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left. Similar idea to that last question. But here they're telling us now the probability that a mouse turns left is 0.7. So the probability changes. Well, let's think of our two options where a mouse turns left. It can go right-left, or it can go left-right. Now in this first option, what's the probability this occurs? Well, it's a 0.3 chance that it'll go right and a 0.7 chance it'll go left. 0.3 times 0.7 is 0.21. And once again, the probability changes because notice now it's a 0.7 chance it'll go left, meaning it has to be a 0.3 chance it'll go right. What's the probability it'll go left then right? Well, it's going to be a similar idea. Left is 0.7, remember, and the probability it'll go right is 0.3. That'll give me 0.21. Now, once again, there's two options. So if I want to find the probability that this will happen, I have to add these two probabilities together, which give me 0.42. So what's the probability that only one of the two mice will turn left? It's 0.42.